Well, good to be back here at Abshire Stadium on a Friday night. Deer Park looking to improve to 4-0 on this 2022 season. Mason Pratt here alongside Tim Culp inside the broadcast booth for, what do we say? Oh, Tiffy Night.
Tiffy Night.
There you go.
Tiffy Night
here in mid-September. There you see Deer Park getting ready to hit the field, looking to improve on their 3-0 record. Another great home crowd here at Abshire Stadium. Deer Park coming off. The result might not have been surprising last week against Beaumont Westbrook, but the scoreline certainly was.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I said it through that whole entire ball game last week. The fact of the matter is, I felt like it would be a game, 14 points one way or the other. I had no idea it was going to be a blowout like what the Deer Park Deer did last week.
Deer Park stormed out to a 35-0 advantage and never really looked back against Beaumont Westbrook last week, and now look to finish off the non-district schedule undefeated when they play host to the Clearbrook Wolverines tonight. And I believe the first matchup, at least going back to 2004, between these two schools. And Clearbrook coming in with an 0-3 record, and gives you a little bit, you look at their schedule, gives you a little bit of an idea of what you can expect moving forward district-wise, because Clearbrook, they have played Dobie in week 1, and they have played Pasadena Memorial, losing both. But it does give you a nice idea as to what the future district schedule might play out.
Yeah, I think that's the way you come into this ball game and approach it. You want to approach this ball game from the fact that, okay, you're going to play a common opponent that's played your district opponents. So to get a decision how well you do tonight can give you some idea about what you're going to look like going into the district. I tell you what, this is a Tiffy football league tonight with all these kids out here.
Yeah.
This has got a good atmosphere. This has got a good feel to it. I like this tonight. This is fun.
All the Tiffy players going to run through the sign here. Gives them a little bit of a glimpse of what they can do if they stick with the football throughout the course of their high school career. Well,
what I liked was during warm-ups, a lot of the Deer Park Deer guys, they were going down and high-fiving those guys, and you could see those little fellas. They were loving it. I mean, kind of like a high school guy going to going to watch the NFL game.
That's right. A lot of these high school players played on these teams. Deer Park Tigers, Deer Park Seminoles. Apparently the Deer Park Rams are no longer a thing.
The Rams, come on now, get that in there. I know that was.
I've still got, I would have put on my Rams jersey had I known it was Tiffy night tonight.
Yeah, I would have liked to see you try to get into that. That would have been interesting. Looks like they're going to let them stay out, the Tiffy guys stay on the sideline through the national anthem. That's a nice little touch. Going to line them up here in one straight line. It's kind of like herding cats down there right now.
Yeah. I don't know if there's enough sideline for everybody down there. And now Clearbrook getting ready to come out. And Coach Patrick Sanders taking over the head coaching duties for the Wolverines. Longtime defensive coordinator, came over with Coach Flynn. Now took the job this past summer to take the head coaching gig at Clearbrook, and here come the Wolverines out.
Yeah, so you've got some familiarity with the Deer Park program, having coached over here, and so he'd like nothing better than to come over here with some of his old buddies and some of his old buddies and whoop up on them a little bit. Isn't that the way this is done?
That's right. Wolverines 0-3, but certainly with Coach Sanders, might have a little bit better idea on how to slow down this Deer Park offense that has been cruising throughout the first 3 weeks of this season.
They really have. I'll tell you what, last week, going back to that conversation just a second, last week, all aspects of the game, both sides of the football, special teams, everything just was so well-rounded and so well played. And I just hope we continue to carry that over into tonight.
Get ready.
Now, our national anthem played by the Deer Park High School Band.
I tell you, Mason, there's just not a whole lot of room for anybody else to sit tonight. These bleachers are almost completely full.
You know, I was looking and thinking that exact thing. I said, okay, now they're going to get all these Tiffy kids into the stands, and I started looking around.
Where are they going to
put them? Another packed house.
I mean, this is as full a crowd as I've seen us have in a while. This is nice. Great turnout tonight.
Back-to-back home games for Deer Park after having the first two on the road. Knocked off LaPorte in the border battle in week 1 over at Bulldog Stadium, and then went down League City, Veterans Memorial, rolled past Clear Creek. And then by far their biggest challenge and also their biggest accomplishment so far was last week in the rout against Beaumont Westbrook here at home.
And I think my takeaway right now as far as this Deer Park team is concerned is I'm going to put it this way, the level that they're playing at. Is, I don't know that we're athletically, like last week with Beaumont. Athletically, I think we were probably somewhat outsized, more athleticism on the other side of the ball. But these guys for Deer Park, Coach Flynn has them playing at a very, very high level, I think, for his squad. And that's hats off to the coaching staff.
And really, yeah. Pointed to it. Really, both sides of the ball. There's not one side that's picking up the slack on the other.
Right.
Offense clicking in just about every facet. Canales is rolling. Robles has looked good throwing the football. Guys like Hayden Smith, King Phillips are doing well out on the perimeter. And then defensively, they have just really shut down opponents. Even got on the scoreboard last week with that pick 6 by Demetrio. And his defense not wanting to be outshined by the offense. They've kept up their end of the deal.
They really have, and again, kind of like you said, it's not one outperforming the other. It's what you're seeing is if one falters just a little bit, the other side picks it back up. If the offense struggles just a little, defense says we got you. They go out there and do well. If the defense struggles a little, offense comes back. So,
captain's out at midfield. Deer Park winning the toss and electing to defer.
I always like that defer right there. I want the ball in the second half to start it off.
You're also going to be kicking to an offense in Clearbrook that has really struggled, really holding on to the ball. Multiple turnovers in each of the first 3 games. Turned it over 3 times against Dobie, 5 times against Beaumont, or rather Baytown Lee, 4 times against Pasadena Memorial last week.
Well, I tell you what, if this defense continues to play the way they've been playing, that could be an Achilles heel for Clearbrook tonight. Because I promise you, this defense, they're coming after you.
Get the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Wolverines will sit back, number 15. Michael Lewis, the senior wideout, he's standing inside the 10. Number 16, Cedric Barnes, the running back, and number 18, Jalen Owens, standing about their own 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, I think Jared's got his finger on that volume control with that VA system today.
Right.
Hey,
crowd is just that amped up.
I love it.
Sanchez drives it along the sideline and going to be caught and immediately going out of bounds. Was Barnes. That ball was going to be traveling out of bounds. Would have been a penalty. Instead, he caught it inbounds, traveled out, and Wolverines going to start this drive at their own 23. See a little bit of that front 7 right there. Guys like Luke Webb, middle of that defensive line. Also Demetrio, middle linebacker. They have been playing lights out throughout the first 3 weeks. And we'll see probably multiple quarterbacks tonight for Clearbrook. And here's number 3, Jesse Shelton on first down. Handed on the jet sweep, in and around, and nothing doing there.
Well, you mentioned his name right there, Luke Webb, and he was right there. He already had the penetration in the backfield, missed the tackle, but didn't give up on it, and was able to come up on the backside and make with the pursuit and make the tackle. You'll see he miss it right there, but he doesn't give up, and right there makes the tackle.
Abel Gonzalez, the ball carrier, Wide receiver there for Clearbrook. Loss of 2 on the play, makes it 2nd and 12. Ball pushed back to the 21. As now Shelton from the shotgun set. And it off to Richardson along the left side. And nothing doing is Demetrio there to meet him in the hole, along with number 90, Dilly. You see, number 90 has been on this varsity squad since getting called up as a freshman a couple years ago. Still only a junior. 3rd down and 12 for Clearbrook on their opening drive. Shelton takes the snap, looking to throw. Now nothing there. He's just going to scamper out of bounds, shy of the 25-yard line. And a quick 3 plays and out for Clearbrook.
Yeah, great coverage downfield by the Deer. Sanders and those guys had everybody covered up, no place for him to go. And he just had to make the only decision he had, and that was to run straight out of bounds.
So just a minute 15 taken off of the clock on that possession. Hayden Smith awaiting the punt. This one short. Hayden Smith coming up on it and fields it at the 50-yard line. Thought that might have been fair catch signal, but no. In traffic, made the catch, and it's a short return down to the Wolverine 42. So the Deer Park offense sitting pretty on the plus side of the 50. This kind of 3-3-5 look defensively for Clearbrook. They had some problems stopping the running game of Pasadena Memorial last week. Likely going to get a heavy dose of Canales tonight. He gets the call on 1st down. Breaking through the first tackle at the 40 and taking some white jerseys with him down inside the 35, down to the 34.
Well, I can tell you right there, first mistake they made, they tried to arm tackle there, and you're not going to arm tackle Canales. He's not going to allow that to happen.
8-yard pickup there on 1st down. Robles taking a look at the armband. 2nd down and 2, just inside the Brook 35. Hand it to Canales again. Finds a hole up the middle. Slung down inside the 30. That'll move the chains. First down of the night. Hayden Smith split out wide to the top of your screen. King Phillips wide left. Canales in the backfield. Hand it off to him again and just keeps those feet churning. And about another 6 or 7 yards down to the 21.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. Yards after contact. I mean, they'll hit him, they'll touch him, but he just keeps his legs, as you said, churning and able to pick up that extra yardage each time.
Tight end Drew Gano checks out. Deer Park brings on an extra wide receiver, Josh Mendoza, who will line up in the backfield. Standing next to Robles, along with Canales, 2nd down and short. Little triple option look, but handoff goes to Canales, who's met right near the line of scrimmage. And number 10, John Baldwin for Brook.
Yeah, Baldwin read that one really well for Clearbrook and able to make the tackle.
Short gain, not enough for the 1st down. That'll bring up Deer Park's first 3rd down attempt tonight. Ball spotted just inside the 20 at the 19.
I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Deer Park go to the air on this one. I know it's short yardage.
Quickly to the line. Quick pitch for Canales along the right side. Makes a cut now back towards the middle of the field and brought down inside the 10. That'll set up a 1st and goal.
Just once again, a good job by the offensive line. Getting that initial push, pushing those guys back, and then by the time Canales gets there, he's got a spot to run through, and he's doing it.
Gano and McBride. There you see 86 and 81, a couple of tight ends doing some blocking there. Gano will line up on the left side, McBride to the right. 1st and goal. Now they're going to motion Canales, but it'll be a keeper by Robles up the middle. Follows his blocks and all the way into the end zone. Deer Park on the board first.
Got a flag down on the sideline. Head judge threw it. I don't know if we jumped. I don't know what happened. Maybe they got offsides. Yep, false start.
wipe away the Robles touchdown run.
And that official, he's kind of, you know how I'm on the officials. I mean, if you're going to throw the flag, throw the flag. He just kind of dropped it like a handkerchief, you know. Just dropped it, you know.
Glad you spotted it. I certainly didn't. First and goal as the ball is going to be pushed back. About the 13-yard line. And Jacob McAdams, who we saw in some cleanup duty against Clear Creek, will take this snap here. First and goal with Canales in the backfield. McBride in motion and another penalty. So back-to-back penalties going to back up Deer Park after they had actually found the end zone. Now they're going to be looking at first and goal from the 18.
Ball start. Offense. Number 78. 15 first down.
And number 78, Gonzalez. He flinched. I saw him do it. It was pretty obvious.
Right guard.
I can tell you this, he was fixing to go to the right. I know that much.
So McAdams stays in at quarterback here on first and goal from the 18. And it off to Canales. He finds a hole along the left side, makes his cut, lost the football.
Did we get it back?
Pile up down, and Deer Park able to recover. Canales somehow able to jump back on that ball. He takes it down inside the 15 to about the 12. Clearbrook thought they had recovered a fumble. Coaches in the box next to us. Second down and goal from the 12. And McAdams stays in. Gregory comes in for the first time tonight, lined up to his right. Two tight ends stacked along the left side. They'll keep it on the ground. Gregory looking for a hole, trying to make a cut. And after a short gain down to the 10, then by the nose guard, number 56, Kyle Forbes for Clearbrook. Third down and goal, ball at the 10-yard line. King Phillips split out to the bottom of your screen. Mendoza in the slot next to him now. Hayden Smith going to line up down there as well. Now he'll motion across. McAdams takes the snap, looking right. Fires, goes towards the end zone, looking for Hayden Smith, and just slightly overthrown and out of bounds. Sam Perry, the one in coverage for Clearbrook, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, that drive started off really, really looking good, and everything was kind of going that way, and then you got the penalty on the touchdown run. That's just kind of negated this whole drive right here. Let's see if we can get 3 points out of it.
And Robles with his shoulder pads off being looked at by the training staff. Anton on for the field goal. 17.
Oh, when we missed it.
27-yard attempt, rather, is no good. And Clearbrook able to keep Deer Park off the board after Deer Park was driving. So the Wolverines going to take over with 6:01 to go.
Well, I have to say that went from looking really good to not looking so good.
Yeah.
That was, I said, from the time we took the ball, we just drove down. But man, again, after the penalty, the wheels just kind of fell off the cart on that drive. See if defense can get the ball back for us here.
Shelton along with Richardson in the backfield. Take over 4 wideouts, 2 to each side on 1st and 10. Shelton looking to throw, quickly gets rid of it, passes juggled and incomplete. As he was looking for Gonzalez on the out route, but mishandled and incomplete. Shotgun set, 2nd down and 10. Shelton. Richardson in the backfield. Give it to him. Straight handoff on 2nd down. Met by White for Deer Park. About a 5-yard pickup. Richardson had 3 lost fumbles against Pasadena Memorial last week. Third down and 4. Shelton going to roll the pocket left side, dumps it off for Richardson, and he's going to be dropped shy of the 30. Not enough for the first down.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a break right there. He slipped down more than anything.
Yeah.
We had a defender right there on top of him to go ahead and pull him to the ground.
4th and 2, and the offense staying out on the field, and now
They decide.
delayed decision to be made to punt this one away. So Hayden Smith inside his own 45, awaiting this punt. So we're inside of 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. This one a short bounce, and Deer Park going to jump on it actually after it hit a Clearbrook player. And once again, Deer Park going to take over and start this drive inside Brook territory. Ethan Chavez, the one that jumped on it there. So ball going to be spotted at the Wolverines 49. And McAdams, the sophomore, being thrust in to some extended duty here. 1st and 10.
Well, it's that old saying, you got to be ready at any point in time. You never know.
Canales, now they're going to send Mendoza in motion. Handed off Canales, though, on the draw. Met in the backfield and dropped for the loss. Braden Garcia along with Forbes. Met Canales in the backfield, drops him back at the Deer Park 48.
Yeah, I don't know how he slipped through there, but he did. He slipped through there quick. And just as Canales got the ball, he was already on top of him and able to bring him to the ground for the loss.
2nd down and 13. Mendoza again in motion. Brook coming with some pressure. McAdams slipped. And he's going to be marked down back at the Deer Park 40. And Deer Park going backwards here on this drive.
Yeah, Canales does a real good job picking up the block on Garcia to give McAdams some time. And as he went to make the cut, his foot just slipped out from under him and he fell down.
Did have some rain showers pass through the area earlier on this afternoon. Third down and 22 to go. Aiden Smith, King Phillips, and Mendoza all split out to the top of your screen. McBride goes in motion. Wolverines only bring 3, but Baldwin able to slice in there and get to Canales. And Deer Park going to go 3 plays and out.
Yeah, that series absolutely produces nothing, like you said, except going straight back. So this pressure is going to remain on this Deer Park defense to continue to try to keep Clearbrook pushed back.
And Brook having some trouble lining everybody up. Deer Park has numbers on the outside. They do punt it away. Perry awaiting this punt. It's going to take a Deer Park roll inside the 20. They're going to be down by Trey Martinez down at the 14-yard line. This defense right back out. .243 left in this first quarter. Deer Park had actually found the end zone on a Robles touchdown run that was negated. And Robles actually got kind of dinged up on the play. We have not seen him return to the game since then. And the offense has struggled since he has exited. 1st and 10, though, for Shelton and the Wolverines offense. Heading off on the jet sweep, turning up the field, met by Batista.
Well, no, you mentioned it just a minute ago, Mason, when McAdams slipped down here. We did have some thunder showers come through, and obviously I think this it's slippery out there on that turf more so than what you would normally see, because he slipped right there when he made a cut, and we've had several guys so far in this game in trying to make a cut slipping down.
Yeah, Jalen Owens on the carry there. Second down. Keep it on the ground for Richardson straight ahead. Nothing doing there as Millette meets him in the hole along with Webb. Good looking start to the night for Luke Webb.
Yeah, until we get this offensive situation figured out, we need him to keep up this pressure. Again, keeping them back. They've not crossed the 50 yet, so that's a good thing.
Third down and 6 here. Shelton looking to throw under pressure. It opens up in the middle. Now going to take it himself. Gets by the defender, takes it up past the 25. That'll be enough for a Wolverines first down. Shelton saw it open up and took off. Junior quarterback. Gives the Wolverines a new set of downs at their own 25. Actually marked at the 26. Fakes the screen now, going to dump it off to Richardson out of the backfield. Millette not going to let him get anywhere. Short gain up ahead to the 29 as they faked a little swing pass and found Richardson on the running back screen.
Yeah, they had Millette on the block. They had him, but Millette was able to reach up over his blocker, grab the guy just above the shoulder pads, grab his jersey, and able to swing him to the ground. Looks like we're going to have an illegal shift against Brook, so that's going to back them up.
Struggling with the box a little bit. Oh, still going to be first down.
It's going to be second. First down.
First.
2-1. Not 1-2.
Ball pushed back to the 21-yard line after the penalty. Shelton takes the snap. Rolls to his right, fires downfield. Pass is going to be
Did he get it?
Nearly intercepted along the sideline. Gustav had undercut it and nearly hauled that one in, but that'll bring up second down and long.
Oh, that looked close there for just a second. I thought he had it for a moment.
Just in front of the Deer Park bench. Senior captain nearly had his second interception of the year. Knows he missed one there. Second down, 15 to go for the Wolverines. Keep it on the ground. Richardson along the right side breaks through first contact. Gustav coming down, applying the hit. Last one off the pile. Third down and 10. Shelton was able to convert with his legs on the last third down attempt.
Yeah, let's see if we can get them off the field right here.
Inside of a minute to go, first quarter, in a scoreless game so far. Third down and 10 for the Wolverines. Shelton takes a snap. Now going to roll to his left. Quickly gets rid of it. Pass is complete. Big
Great
hit put on as Batista, the safety, applying the hit, knocks that ball loose. Incomplete.
That was a great hit right there. Goodness gracious, that was nice.
Junior safety knocking that ball loose.
Talking about bringing the lumber. He did it right there. Good gracious, he swung that stick. Man, that's a good hit. That's fun.
Another Clearbrook punt on the way. Hayden Smith once again back at his 45 waiting the punt. Good pressure there by Deer Park. Smith takes it at his 45. No fair catch signaled for and going to be wrapped up and thrown down. Number 9, Josh Akinola for the Wolverines in on that stop.
I just love watching Smith play because he doesn't care. He's going to do the best. He's going to give you 110%. Got a guy breathing right down his throat. You know he can see the guy coming. He's going to catch the ball and try to take off with it. That's a little dangerous.
Yep.
Dangerous. But he said, hey, look, I didn't lose it. Come on.
See what this offense could do. McAdams wants to get back out. And he, I don't think, has yet to put the ball in the air. And that's allowed this Wolverines defense to kind of zone in on the running attack for Deer Park. Kind of keep Canales in check. Mascarenas checks in, offset eyes. They keep it on the ground again for Canales. He's shifting his way up ahead to about midfield and taking it down into Wolverines territory. No, they're going to spot it right at midfield.
Yeah, I think right now they're going to go with tempo.
Keep it on the ground. Back-to-back plays of Canales again. Upended after a short gain. Adrian Castillo for the Wolverines making the tackle there.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter.
In fact, it was so fast the chains on the far side weren't even able to get readjusted there. But that ends the first in a scoreless game so far. Deer Park and Clearbrook knotted up at 0 as we head to the second quarter. You're watching Deer Park football on the Deer Network. Back after this.
Innovative programs like the Book Bus, a mobile library that was successfully launched during the summer. Thank you, Education Foundation, for supporting our students and staff here in Deer Park.
Back here on a Friday night, getting you ready for the start of the second quarter. There you saw the check presentation there.
Yeah, Deer Park Education Foundation works hard all year long, raising. They got the fun run that they do, and then you've got the McDonald's Invitational Basketball Tournament where they partner up with Pasadena ISD. Able to present a check there to Deer Park ISD for $287,000.
Oh, that's for Deer Park ISD. I thought that was one of your paychecks.
Yeah, right. They move the decimal point in another direction, I promise you.
Deer Park and Clearbrook tied at 0 as we start this second quarter. Sophomore quarterback Jacob McAdams has taken over for Deer Park, handing off back to Canales on the ground, and now Canales starting to find his rhythm a little bit as he takes it down to the 41. Another 5 yards there for the senior. This sophomore being thrust into...
That's not a good sign. Canales coming up, kind of holding his arm. I don't know if he's holding his arm across or if it's something grabbing the side of his ribs.
I'll allow Gregory, the speedster, to come on. He's lined up deep in the backfield. And they go play action. McAdams throws, wheel route back the other way, and it's intercepted along the far sideline. Clearbrook bringing it back the other way, and McAdams with a touchdown saving tackle. Keon Kellum, the one who picked it off with a great return, takes it down inside Deer Park territory.
Yeah, Kellum read that from the start. He saw when we started to roll that direction, he just kind of shifted, changed his direction, watched the quarterback, and he waited just to the right moment, jumped up and made the interception. So a big turn of events right there in this ball game.
And by far the best field position of the night for Clearbrook. And looking for Gregory on that wheel route. Kellum read it all the way, undercut it, and a great return. And McAdams getting just enough of him to trip him up. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines at the Deer Park 30. 2 wide receivers to each side for Shelton. Now going to motion in a man. Quickly swing it out to Owens. Little double pass. Goes deep. Has a man wide open behind the defense. And Clearbrook strikes on the trick play.
Yeah, there was nobody, absolutely no one covering Gonzalez that was coming across the middle of the field. And that was just a little catch and pass. There was no problem there for Brook to be able to score that touchdown.
Gonzalez with his second touchdown reception in as many weeks gives the Wolverines a lead here in the second quarter. And Brook on top, 7-0 here with 11:09 to go in this first half.
Man, you can't help but go back and look. How big was that one false start on that touchdown that we had earlier? It was just kind of from that point forward things have started to backslide for Deer Park here in this first quarter and just a few minutes into the second.
Brook striking first here early in the second quarter. Coaches in the box next to us for Clearbrook. As soon as Owens turned and was getting ready to launch that, they knew.
Yeah, he was wide open. There was nobody close.
Deer Park in an unfamiliar spot, trailing. This might be, I believe, the first time this year that Deer Park has trailed. Led wire to wire against Beaumont Westbrook. Led wire to wire against Clear Creek. LaPorte had tied it at 7 apiece after the kickoff return that they have, but first time that Deer Park has trailed here in 2022. Hayden Smith back at his own 10. Coming up on it and mishandled. Hayden Smith just going to jump on it, and as he and Gregory, a little bit of miscommunication there, but Hayden Smith going to jump on it at the 25.
Okay, well, if you're Deer Park, you just got to take a deep breath and settle down right here. Things are just kind of, I mean, nothing bad. We're only down 7, but just doesn't quite feel right.
Trying to find some momentum offensively. Canales, good to see him back out there. Handed off to Mendoza. He's going to follow a lead block from Canales. Going to try and turn the corner. Stops on a dime and spun down at the 34. Good looking run on the first touch by Mendoza tonight. Good looking lead block there by Canales as well. Second down and 4. Mendoza will check out. And another false start penalty, this time along the left side.
You know, and this is the area of the Deer Park. I mean, we've had penalties throughout the ball game, but it hadn't been, it's just like we have an abundance of them right now.
Yeah.
And that's not.
Number 71, 5 yards, between second down.
And that's just not been the case for Deer Park so far this year. I mean, we've not been, you know, prone to a lot of penalties, but it just seems like right now tonight we're trying to play catch up or something on the penalty yardage.
2nd and 8. Handed off to Gregory. He's going to try and find a crease. He gets up to the 35 before being taken down. Castillo once again on the stop. Not quite enough for the first down yardage, so Deer Park going to go with the heavy package here.
Got the line just from the far side coming all the way across. Not sure what's going on. I don't know. Nobody's signaled a timeout.
Coach Flynn not liking it.
Yeah,
he was getting ready. He was wanting his offense quickly to the line.
Yeah.
2 in the backfield with McAdams. Canales to his right. And now they shift. Both tight ends from the left side to the right side. Mascarenas going to lead the way. Canales lowers his shoulder, finds a hole, and falls forward up ahead for the first down as he takes it up ahead to the 41.
Man, that is all Canales right there. He absolutely just, I mean, he took a lick on the first contact. But again, going back to what we were talking about, just kept his legs driving, getting that extra yardage.
Gives Deer Park a new set of downs.
Right now, Deer Park needs a sustained drive. I mean, I'll take a big touchdown, run if we can get it. But if they could just sustain this drive, this would be great.
Fake to give to Mendoza. Back on the ground. Canales rumbles his way down. And once again, just keeps those feet moving. taking it inside Wolverines territory. Another Deer Park first down.
Good job again by the offensive line, creating a hole. He's able to get into it. Watch it on the replay here. Just got a good hole and just keeps those legs driving.
Javion Johnson, number 1, trying to hold on there and do the best he could. 1st and 10. Gregory shifting his way, trying to find somewhere to go. Gets a little bit of a push and does a good job to get down to the 42. Good 4-yard gain. Castillo again on the stop for the Wolverines. Gregory will head to the sideline as Canales will come back on. Phillips and Hayden Smith split out to the bottom of your screen. 2 tight ends in motion. Back on the ground though for Canales. Nothing there initially. Now bounces it to the right and takes it down to the 35. Good vision there.
That's going to be enough for a first down.
Nothing there in the middle of the field. Canales just able to bounce it, find a little bit of daylight.
Checked it and then boop, right out that edge, didn't he?
Good job by McBride along the edge. Good looking block. 1st and 10. Ball at the Wolverine 34. Gregory comes on. Quickly attacking the line. Spun off the first contact. Not going to get away from the second. It's Jadius Williams, the linebacker for Clearbrook. Getting the big hit on Gregory.
Yeah, that's a good tackle right there by Williams.
No gain on the play. Makes it 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. We're just 2nd down and 10.
Adams on 2nd down and 10, looking to throw. Fires in and out of the hands of Hayden Smith, incomplete.
Got to make that catch, even though you're not going to get a lot of yards. You probably get maybe only about a yard out of that. But boy, the most importantly is it didn't go in. It wasn't an interception because it bounced off his shoulder pads. The guy that kind of floated around out there could have easily been intercepted.
3rd down and 10. Clearbrook, I think, jumped off sides. They're going to go for the deep ball, looking for Hayden Smith in double coverage. That ball batted away, incomplete.
Yeah,
good job by the sophomore, recognizing the jump.
Yeah, we got flags on both sides. I think it's the same thing. I think they jumped off sides.
This official really
He's having a hard
struggling with his microphone box tonight. Offsides on the defense. That'll make it 3rd down and 5.
We'll get you fixed at halftime. Somebody will be down there and fix the little box for him. Just give us the signal, bud. We got it.
Deer Park quickly to the line on 3rd down. Quick pitch for Canales. Lowers his shoulder, finds a hole, and picks up another Deer Park first down. And getting word, Robles out with a dislocated shoulder. So McAdams going to get a lot of snaps, a lot of meaningful snaps here tonight.
Yeah, a lot. As you get ready to go into district, you're going to have him. So
1st down and 10. Hayden Smith in motion. Canales in the backfield. Ball at the Wolverines 23. McAdams looking to throw. Fires in and out of the hands of Hayden Smith. A little bit too high. And once again, that ball nearly intercepted, but it goes incomplete.
And that's the second one for Smith. And I mean, I know it's probably a little different quarterback, a little different, maybe a little hotter on the ball, coming at him. But those are catches you got to make, especially when you're down 7-0 and you're trying to keep your offense on the field. Got to make those catches.
4 wideouts, 2 to each side for McAdams here on 2nd and 10. Just going to swing it out for Canales. Nobody picked him up out of the backfield. Canales stops at the 15 and upended. Close to the first down. It is going to be enough for the first down. Finally taken down by number 25, Jaden Nation for Clearbrook, but that'll be enough to move the sticks and set up a 1st and 10 at the 12.
Tell you what, right now, Canales is doing it on the ground, doing it in the air, doing it both ways for for Deer Park, just trying to get this ball down here and get in the end zone.
Deer Park trying to respond after giving up the touchdown. Brook doesn't like the look of things. They'll take their first timeout of the half with 6:53 left. And the Wolverines with a 7-0 lead on Deer Park here in the second quarter. Took advantage of a McAdams interception, set up good field position, and it didn't take long. Followed it up with a trick play. And Clearbrook with a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, and again, I think right now for Deer Park, it's just trying to make the adjustments of not having your starting quarterback in the ball game. I think that's the biggest thing right now. I mean, McAdams has played a few snaps, but it's different when you get when you don't have your starter in there. And so I think offensively, that's what Deer Park is trying to do. Just adjust, a little bit different situation with a different quarterback, trying to figure that out. And I think they'll be fine. And it's kind of happening on this drive right here that you're seeing. We've started to move the ball. Yeah, a lot of it's been Canales, but just offensively changing it up just a little to get Deer Park in a position to try to score. Defense continues to do a good job getting Brook off the field so they can't try to drive the field.
Makes it all the more important for those receivers to make the catch when it's a catchable ball. Give your sophomore quarterback some confidence in his ability to make a play.
Absolutely.
Deer Park looking to respond here. They've got it 1st and 10 at the Wolverines 12.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. If it's anywhere close to you, you've got to make that catch.
Deer Park 26 plays tonight, 109 yards. Clearbrook 13 plays for 54, each averaging 4.2 yards per play. Empty backfield as Millette from the Wildcat. 1st and 10. Keeper by Millette. Gets a good push up front. But met as that hole closed quickly. And Millette met by the nose guard, Kyle Forbes, right there. Millette going to stay on the field. It's got to be at some point this year that he's going to attempt to pass, you would think. We'll see. 2nd down and 8.
It ain't to that.
Millette, keeper up the middle, rumbling down inside the 5, lowers his shoulder down to the Wolverines 2. Another Deer Park 1st down.
And I got to say it, here we go again with that little spot mark out there that we got for soccer. I looked and I said, oh, there's a flag. Oh, no, that's not it.
Deer Park now sitting pretty. 1st and goal at the 2. Millette, 3rd straight attempt, running the ball towards the end zone, and Millette is in. But another penalty marker, this time on the far side of the field.
I think they jumped off sides, though.
If it goes on Brook, Deer Park with a chance to tie it here. Deer Park sending out the extra point unit on Millette's 3rd touchdown run of the season.
Okay.
So that's all it took. And so for I believe the 3rd time this year, Millette has gotten Deer Park's 1st touchdown of the night. Should have done this a long time ago. Extra point by Deer Park, up and good as Anton boots it through, and we're tied at 7.
Sometimes I'm so impressed by the stats you come up with. Okay, that would have been one I would have not thought about. Okay, that's a critical stat, though. Good job, partner.
There you go.
Now, I don't know if the guys behind you fed you that stat or not, but if you came up with it, come on now.
Well, I saw the highlight package from Westbrook. I had forgotten that he was the first one to score last week against Westbrook, but he obviously got the 1st touchdown of the year against LaPorte.
Yep. What it boils down to is some of us, our memories are better than others, is what it boils down to.
The things I remember. Deer Park able to tie things up here just about halfway through this second quarter.
All right, well, now we got this thing back where we need it. Let's see what we can do here defensively again. Again, defense been playing really well tonight.
Yeah, really, aside from that one trick play.
Yeah, that was, I mean, and that's. I'll give you one. I'm not giving you two. Okay, I mean, they got the one trick play. That's all they get. That's it.
That's right. So we said just a few moments ago, 54 yards of offense for Clearbrook, and about 30 of them coming on that one trick play that got them on the board. Sanchez with the ball on the tee. High, short kick. Run up on and mishandled there. Live ball, and Owens, the one who tossed that touchdown throw for Clearbrook a little bit earlier, one able to jump on it for the Wolverines.
First down, it's in Wolverines.
There goes Spotty. That's 26.
Yes, indeed. Far hash mark, 26-yard line, 6:04 to go. Shelton and the rest of this offense. Actually, a wildcat look. Owens the one going to be taking the snap here. Send a man in motion, Gonzalez, but it'll be a keeper by Owens on the way. Reverse in field. Met by Millette. Breaks through a tackle, and Owens is off and running. Another big play as Owens finds a little bit of a hole, makes something out of nothing, and takes it into Deer Park territory. Down at the Deer 49.
Yeah, Millette is not happy with himself right now. I mean, he is slapping the side of his helmet. He knows that he had him behind the line of scrimmage right there, and they slipped away from him. And that doesn't happen often. If Millette can get his hands on you, you're normally going to go to the ground.
Batista and Gustav, the ones for Deer Park, finally able to clean it up. Straight handoff for Richardson. Take some maroon jerseys with him for about a pickup of 7 down to the 42. And now the Wolverines, the ones going with some tempo. 4 wideouts to the far side of the field. Quick little screenplay for Richardson. Breaks through the tackle of Gustav, but not going to get away from Sanders as Sanders coming in and able to submarine Richardson.
I don't know what's going on right now, but we got to tighten up on these tackles just a little bit. Been uncustomary for Deer Park. Normally, that first contact we make, we do a pretty good job of bringing those guys down, but not happening right now on these last 2 plays.
Richardson able to pick up a first down. Shelton has all kinds of time, goes deep downfield, incomplete. Batista in coverage. Shelton looking for Jaden Price. Ball at the Deer Park 37, under 5 minutes to go here. Tied at 7 apiece. Deer Park 3-0, Clearbrook 0-3. Now they're going to send Price in motion. Shelton takes the snap. Handoff for Richardson up the middle. Finds just enough before he's driven back. Colquitt along with Dilly along the defensive line for Deer Park. Able to bring down Richardson there. 3rd down and 6. Could be 2 down territory for the Wolverines here at the 33.
I would think so. Especially depending on what they do right here.
2 wide receivers, both tight to the line. They're going to throw here on 3rd down and 6. Pass caught and slipping down inside the 30. Goes Christian Wright, the senior. Looks like he's going to be just shy of that first down marker. It'll bring up a 4th and 1.
Man, I'm telling you, that field must be slick tonight because there's a lot of sliding going on out there that we normally don't see.
Yeah, we've seen it a lot tonight. Shelton going to take this snap from the shotgun on 4th and 1. Now looking towards the sideline, still plenty of time. Play clock at 13. Takes the snap. Straight handoff for Richardson. Going to be close.
Ooh, it's going to be close.
Millette and Gustav, based on the spot, I think he's going to have just enough to move the chains for Clearbrook.
Yep, just the tip of the football.
Wolverines able to convert on 4th down, keep this drive going as we approach 3.5 to go in the first half, tied at 7. Three wideouts, 2 to the top of your screen. Shelton takes a deep drop, now gets rid of it. Pass is going to be batted away, incomplete. Launching towards the goal line as he was looking for Owens. Sanders in coverage there.
Yeah, had Sanders in it. And then some additional help over there. And that was going to be a fantastic catch if he catches that, because we had the coverage on him.
Second down at 10. Send a man in motion. Hand it to him on the jet sweep, looking to bounce it. Not going to do it, though.
There we go.
As Salazar able to wrap him up and dropping him for a loss on the play back to the 31.
We really did need that play right there. We needed something to disrupt this drive that they've got going. And that was it right there.
And Richardson, number 22, just really never blocked anybody on that play. Third down and 14.
Let's do it 2 more times, fellas.
Sends Owens in motion. Shelton taking another deep drop, setting up the screen, batted down before he could get rid of that one. Incomplete. Braylon Okanola, sophomore, along the defensive line there. Fourth down and long. Deer Park trying to shut the door on Clearbrook here. Shelton trying to draw.
I think did they move?
And this one might backfire on the Wolverines here.
Yes, they did.
2:32 to go. And a false start penalty on the hard count going to cost Clearbrook 5.
Yeah, I think Brook's going to take a timeout.
Deer Park sent to get the ball back with 2:32 to go, and with all 3 timeouts in their pocket.
Yeah, I mean, with 2:32 to go, you know, barring what happens on this next snap, but you know, basically 2:25, 2:26 to go in the half. You get all of your timeouts, so you got plenty of time to drive the ball down the field, score, get some points on the board, and then again, remembering you're going to get the ball in the second half. So an opportunity right here for Deer Park. Let's get Brook off the field, get the ball back in our offense's hands, see what we can do with it.
That'll be an interesting approach for this final drive. Is can Canales be effective enough to get you down in scoring position with 2:32 left, or do you have to go to the air quite a bit through the arm of the sophomore?
I'm going to say it's going to be a little bit of both.
I think you're right. And there you saw the traffic vest. Still do not know why. We thought we were going to be told, but there you see it. Clearly a theme tonight.
I don't know if we're directing traffic or...
There's a store that is sold out of every traffic vest somewhere around town. I guarantee it. Fourth down and 19 after the penalty. Shelton and company going to go for it on 4th and long. Loads up, goes deep down the middle of the field. Jump ball in the end zone.
He caught that.
Touchdown, Brook. Owens on 4th and 19.
Wow. I tell you what, that was a nice pass, but I tell you what, that was even better reception. He went way up high over our defenders to pull that thing down. And just when we were talking about the fact that we should be getting the ball back, the idea was not get it back with them having any extra points on the board, but that didn't happen.
Low line drive kick is good, and the Wolverines with a 14-7 lead here with 2:24 to go. Michael Lewis on 4th down. Definition of Hail Mary. Loads up, double coverage, splitting Gustav. and Sanders, and somehow skies for that ball and brings it down in the end zone for the Wolverines touchdown.
I tell you, I think there was some that thought that Deer Park was probably not going to have a whole lot of trouble with this team tonight, but Brook came in here with a different attitude.
Yeah, going 0-3 against two of Deer Park's future district opponents. They lost to Dobie 14-6, in which they turned the ball over 3 times, really set up Dobie with great field position in that one. Longhorns able to take advantage of it, including a scoop and score by Dobie that kind of gave them the lead and the win. And then passing to Memorial last week, they just couldn't really stop the run. And it looked like that 3-3-5 defense for Clearbrook really just couldn't handle the physicality of the Mavericks offense, but they have answered the challenge so far tonight.
Let's get a good return here.
Fields it at his own 10, straight ahead, looking for a block. Now finds a crease, 35, and taken down at about the 38-yard line. 2:17 to work with, and a full complement of timeouts.
Well, I'm going to say let's take all that 2:17 off the clock and get the ball in the end zone.
I think Adams, the sophomore, taking over for Robles, who left the game earlier. 3 wideouts. Option look for Canales. Rumbling ahead, up ahead to the 40 for a short gain. Just a pickup of 3. Clock will continue to run. Clearbrook thinks they jarred that ball loose. They seem to think they've recovered a fumble. Referee's going to talk about it here. And boy, Deer Park does not need this.
Not at all. Nope, they're going to say he's down.
They're going to spot the ball and give it to, say that Canales was down. 2nd down and 7. Clearbrook defense, still half of them.
They're still discussing this. This thing hasn't been, this conversation is not over yet.
Ball at the 40-yard line. Officials still talking about it here.
We had the inadvertent whistle. Ball's going to return to previous spot and play goes down.
Okay, there you go. Now the Deer fans will take that, but the Brook fans are not happy with that.
Yeah.
They're like, wait a minute, we just stopped them.
So they're going to redo 1st down. Offense ready to go. King Phillips split out wide to the far side of the field along the numbers. Ball on the near hash. We have Mendoza and Hayden Smith split out to the right. Coach Flynn still getting an explanation here.
And he still has a explanation. I'm not going to say that he agrees with it, but he got it.
Yeah, I don't know if coaches ever get one that fully satisfies them. 1st and 10 again at the 37. 2:04 left. Mendoza in motion. Fake the give to him. Handoff goes to Canales. Canales, big hole up the middle. And Canales takes it down to the Wolverines 43. That's a way to flip the field.
I guarantee you, that's what we needed right now. We need a little spark here in this crowd and everything else, and that's what we got right there with Canales' run.
Clock running inside of 2 minutes to go. McAdams with Gregory on the field. Gets the call. Gregory met at the line of scrimmage, breaks through the first wave, and fighting for every inch. Picks up 3 to the 40. Deer Park still does have all 3 timeouts to work with. Clock under a minute and a half to go. Gregory going to stay on the field here on 2nd and 7. McAdams looking to throw. Loads up, fires over the middle, incomplete. He had a man wide open. Miles Brown, the sophomore tight end, streaking across the middle of the field.
Let him just a little bit too much. But he did. He had him wide open. That was the play we needed right there.
3rd down and 7. McAdams and company now looking. And now going to snap it.
Well, we're going to get them off sides is what we did.
And Clearbrook jumping off sides when the offense is looking towards the sideline.
And I think our center saw that, and he went ahead and snapped it.
Yeah. And McAdams was still looking for the call along the sideline there. Obviously not expecting it.
Offsides.
Make it a little bit more manageable here on 3rd down. And now a Brook player is down.
Well, Wiley Sills, the center for Deer Park, he was happy with that right there because he said, I knew I saw that guy come across. He's the one that snapped the ball. Got that offsides penalty for Deer Park.
And it looks like Garcia, the linebacker, the one down for Clearbrook. Minute 10 to go. And the Wolverines with a 14-7 lead. Garcia looks like a little bit of a cramp. He's able walking towards the sideline. 3rd down and 2 coming up at the Wolverines 35-yard line. Deer Park looking to respond here late in this first half. They do receive the second half kickoff. And it is going to be a cram session possibly for McAdams here at halftime.
Yeah, there's going to be lots of conversations going on with him in that locker room, I'm sure.
3rd down and 2. Deer Park trying to convert, keep this drive alive. King Phillips in motion. Handoff, going to go to the big fella Canales. Finds the 1st down and more, down to about the 26. 9 yards on 3rd down and 2. We'll move the chains. Under a minute to go. Ball at the 26-yard line. Gregory checking in. Mendoza in motion. Handed to him, Mendoza. Looking towards the sideline. Makes the man miss. And hit out of bounds hard along the sideline. Picks up the 1st down. And the clock will stop with 42 seconds left.
That was close to being a late hit out of bounds, but they didn't call it.
Another good touch by Mendoza. Does what he needs to. Picks up the 1st down and heads towards the sideline. Ball at the Wolverine 13. Canales back in, as is Millette.
Guess what's going to happen?
Clearbrook, they know what's coming.
So
they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. .42 seconds left. Deer Park, they do still have all 3 timeouts, so they could really, the entire playbook is open. And the ball at the 13-yard line, trying to score late here in this first half.
Yeah, Deer Park really does need to, score and tie this thing up going into halftime. Getting that second half kickoff will mean a lot. And again, get after losing Robles, it's just taking some time for him to get it. It looks like McAdams is starting to get some rhythm. Everything's not 100%. Canales is really helping him do that. I mean, he is running really hard like he always does. And so that's helping him out a little bit. Just got to get all these game jitters out of the way.
Yeah, we've kind of seen that on him throwing, just kind of missing guys a little bit too far out in front, maybe a little bit too high. Just like you said, those kind of full game jitters are thrown into it right in the early part of this second quarter. a little bit more meaningful versus the last time he was out against Clear Creek when the game was well in hand. So first down and 10, Millette back in, Wildcat look. And Millette, keeper, breaking through one tackle, keeps his feet moving and still fighting his way down inside the 10.
They had him down at the line of scrimmage, and he still is able to gain yards.
Clearbrook took a timeout, told the defense what was coming. Didn't matter. Millette still picked up 8. Coach Flynn going to take his first timeout. 33 seconds left. With the second down and 4.
Yeah, rest assured, with these 33 seconds left and 2 timeouts, we're going to use every one of them.
Coach Flynn, he's already had his first 3-0 start to a season. For his first 4-0 start. I believe the last time Deer Park got off to a 4-0 start was back in 2008. I think they won their first 7 or 8 ball games back then. Second down and 4 after the timeout. We'll see Millette in the offensive huddle. He's going to be right back out there. He's kind of taking the spot that Gilly had a year ago. Second down and 4. Keeper by Millette up the middle, following the block from Canales. Keeps his feet moving down inside the 5. Piles still getting pushed. And finally, they're going to blow it dead at the 3. That'll be enough, though, for a Deer Park first down.
Deer Park will take a timeout.
Timeout, Deer Park.
Sets up first and goal. And actually, I think with the chains maybe being reset, that I don't know. It looked like Coach Flynn maybe wanted to go with some tempo there. But the clock does stop. Deer Park taking their 3rd timeout. First and goal at the 3, and maybe you draw up a couple of plays that if you don't get it on the first, you can line up quickly.
Let's go right back to it. Exactly.
Try and punch it in 2.
I just kind of think that the way we ran these last 2 plays, just got a good feeling about it right here.
Got enough time for 2,
yeah,
maybe 3, depending on how fast you can line up.
So do we have 1 left? Because they're showing 1 timeout left on the board, but I thought we've used all 3.
I mean, certainly after that last one. And McAdams is back in. Handed off for Canales along the right side. He bowls his way into the end zone with just 17 seconds left to go in the half.
Canales says, quit worrying about timeouts and all that other business and give me the football and let's score.
Canales finds the end zone for the first time tonight. And Deer Park an extra point away from tying things up. Deer Park will shift. Anton on for the extra point.
There we go.
Able to boot it through. And we are tied at 14 apiece. As there you see the touchdown run by Canales. Deer Park able to cap off the drive with the touchdown.
Let's just get this kickoff out of the way. Get this 17 seconds off. Let's get to the locker room and have a conversation and start this second half.
Yeah, certainly offensively, Clearbrook showed their strongest bit of life on that last drive that ultimately culminated in that long 4th and 19 conversion that found the end zone. They actually showed some big playability a little bit on that drive. Deer Park 4 for 6 on 3rd down tonight. Clearbrook just 1 for 6. But the Wolverines are 2 for 2 on 4th down. Deer Park, though. They go 8 plays, 63 yards, take 2:07 off the clock. And able to tie things up here with just 17 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, let's just have good coverage here. Get this thing covered. Get these guys down and again get out of here.
Canales, 19 carries, 125 yards in this first half tonight. I believe had 145 in the whole game last week.
Yeah, he's going to have a few more tonight, that's for sure.
High short kick. Mishandled again, and Deer Park trying to recover the loose ball, and they jump on it at about the 21-yard line.
How about 6 more points? Let's go, fellas.
Ethan Chavez jumps on the loose ball, and Deer Park with an opportunity in just 9 seconds left to perhaps steal a lead here late in this first half. In and out of the hands of number 16, Cedric Barnes. We saw that happen on the last kickoff, but they were able to jump back on it. This time, Deer Park taking advantage. They jump on the loose ball in 9 seconds left. Ball at the 22. Nick Adams, shotgun set. Sid Mendoza in motion. McAdams going to roll right, looking left, goes back towards the sideline, incomplete, as he was looking for McBride, trying to draw a little bit of misdirection along that Clearbrook defense, but good job by the Wolverines. They don't bite.
Yeah, he tried to put that ball out in front of McBride a little bit, but just again, just a little bit too far, just a little off the mark.
Too long for a field goal attempt. So Deer Park going to try one last heave towards the end zone.
Okay, we moved, but I think it was after they jumped up. No, they're going to say that we had the false start. I think we're fixing to go for a field goal attempt.
I think you're right.
We are.
On the offense, 7-1. 5 yards. Second down.
So it'll be Sanchez on to try the long field goal. Looks like it'll be right at about 43 yards from the left hash. Deer Park trying to steal a lead here late in this first half. If Sanchez could drill this. Takes a whack at it, but it's short. Caught, and look out. Clearbrook with lots of room. Up ahead past the 30, 35, 40, and finally taken down. That'll be the final play, but we do have a penalty.
Yeah, I see the flag.
Might get one untimed down here. It's been about the longest 17 seconds ever. Well, Deer Park's heading towards the field house. It did look like there was a flag thrown, but we'll...
That's it. There it is on the sideline. Here comes the call.
Both teams heading towards the locker room, though.
Blindside block. The return team number 5. Penalties decline. Halftime.
So the blindside block called on the return. And a good job by that field goal unit to space out and make that tackle. And the way that one was developing, that looked like trouble.
That looked like disaster. It had disaster written all over it.
But we head to the break. Tied at 14. Deer Park fighting to try and earn that 4-0 start to the year. We'll have to decide this one in the final 24 minutes. We're going to take a break. Clearbrook band out on the field. We'll pause for a little bit, but we'll bring you the Deer Park band here in just about 15 minutes. We'll see you on the other side of the break. Deer Park and Clearbrook tied at 14.
Enjoy as the Deer Escorts and their bombs perform a routine to Disco Inferno. Presenting the 2022 Deer Park High School Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Ryan Brusselback, Natalie Castro, and Natalie Cloud. Directors award Ryan Brusselback. Color guard members of the week, Emily Melendez and Sarah Cates. Outstanding officers, Nathan Cadero. The section of the week, trombones. Tonight, for your halftime entertainment, the Deer Park Band performs music from their 2022 marching show, Outlaw, with musical selections from John Bon Jovi, Aaron Copeland, Metallica, Will Smith, and Ennio Morricone.
Another 6 yards for Millette. McAdams looking to build on that great drive last time out. 3 wideouts to the bottom of your screen. Canales, the running back.
Oh, good fake.
Keeper by McAdams, and McAdams is off and running. Fooled the whole defense and takes it down inside the 25-yard line.
Man, everybody went the other way. Everybody followed Canales, and he just put it on his hip, just came right around this edge. Huge gain.
And McAdams already playing with a lot more confidence in this third quarter than we saw in that first half.
A lot more confidence.
1st and 10 at the Wolverines 24. Gregory on at running back. Direct in traffic is McAdams. He's lining Gregory up behind him. Hand it off to the speedster. Looking for the corner. 25, 15. Lowers his shoulder and falls forward down to the 10.
Okay, Mason, this looks like the offense that we've been used to watching all year. It's just a different feel, a different attitude right now. Again, I think it's just the confidence of the quarterback play in this third quarter by McAdams has just changed the whole attitude of this whole team.
1st and goal following the run by Gregory. Two backs in the backfield. Now they shift. Mascarena's the offset back, but the handoff goes to Canales up the middle. Short gain on the play, taken down by the linebacker Garcia for Clearbrook. And McAdams comes to the sideline. And Millette back in. Who's been the go-to here in the red zone for Deer Park tonight. Back on the ground for Millette. Already has 1 touchdown run tonight. Takes it inside the 5.
You know, I think the thing is about this is the fact that when Millette goes in, it's just like Deer Park said, you know who's fixing to run the ball. Just stop us. Can you do it? And 9 times out of 10, they don't.
I don't think Millette has been dropped for a loss on any of his attempts so far this year. He takes it down to the 4 there for a pickup of 3. Brings up 3rd and goal as McAdams comes back in. Deer Park quickly to the line. McAdams going to go under center. Hand it off. Canales finds a hole. Canales to the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. Deer Park extends the lead. This offensive line starting to push this Wolverine defense around. Extra points good. Deer Park now with their largest lead tonight. 14 points here in the 3rd. They lead it 28-14 with 6:27 left.
Yeah, I love it. The fact is good. Just a great. This is the team that we've been used to watching right here. Now everything's kind of, so I don't know what the conversation was in the locker room, but it's obviously worked. Deer Park comes out, takes the opening kickoff, drives the ball down the field, scores. Defense gets the interception. Offense comes back on, able to score again, bringing our score to 28-14 with 6:27 to go in the 3rd.
And looking around at some scores from the rest of the district. Dobie taking on Lamar. They trail there 14-0. Pasadena Memorial taking on Clear Creek, and the Wildcats of Creek on top of Memorial there 31-6. Clear Lake with a 22-14 advantage over Channelview. Pasadena going to take on Houston Math, Science, and Tech. That'll be tomorrow. And then last night, South Houston with a 35-21 win over Houston Westside. And then Sam Rayburn will take on Chavez. That'll be going on tomorrow as well. So a lot of common opponents between Deer Park and I would say, I guess, the top part of the district. Dobie, Pasadena Memorial. We saw Pasadena Memorial. They played this Clearbrook squad last week, taking on Clear Creek tonight. Deer Park trying to take care of business here and looking for a 4-0 start before they open up district play next week against Dobie on a Thursday night. Kickoff is away. Owens from his own 21-yard line starts right, going to try and set up the reverse, and nothing doing. Batista wraps him down before they could get that reverse toss going. And a loss on the return, actually, back to about the 16 or 17-yard line.
Yeah, just outstanding coverage there by Deer Park. Batista.
You saw Cedric Barnes over there along the far side, or actually Michael Lewis, rather, number 15. Wolverine offense pushed back to their own 17-yard line to start this drive. Coming off the interception just a few moments ago.
Let's see what this defense can do now. They're kind of hitting on all cylinders themselves after that, like you said, after that interception.
Lewis in the backfield all by himself, set to take this snap. Sends Gonzalez in motion, handed to him on the jet sweep, turn in the corner, shoved out of bounds after a short gain. Gustav there, along with Millette, to make sure Gonzalez didn't get off and going.
Forced down by number 2, Gustavo.
No gain on the play, brings up 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10.
Once again, empty backfield, going to fake the jet sweep. Lewis looking to throw under pressure, a lot of room as he takes off. Lewis across the 20, 25, 30. Now cutting it back at the 35 and falling forward just shy of the 40.
Yeah, that was one of those situations. Once he made a couple of guys miss, everything had already come to the near side of the field. And it was nothing but linemen over there that he had to outrun, and that was not going to be a problem for him.
Picks up 23 on the run. Batista looks like he's got a problem with his helmet. He'll come out. Shelton checks back in at quarterback. Richardson in the backfield. Handed to him on first down. Tries to find a little bit of running room. Millette meets him in the hole. Short gain. About 3 up ahead. Call it 4. Once again, Clearbrook trying to spread this Deer Park defense out. Fake the give. Going to set up the screen. Pass is complete. Lewis met in the open field and taken down.
It's going to be Gustav, wasn't it, that had a hold of him by?
I think so. Gustav coming down and making the open field stop before Lewis was able to get off and going.
Kind of looked like a calf roper down there. Had him roped. They had to reach down there and grab a couple extra legs, flip him over. Had him on one leg hopping around out there.
3rd down and 5 now. Shelton takes the snap, fakes the give, just going to go fade route deep down the sideline and into the bench. Incomplete. Landing well out of bounds. Sanders in coverage for Deer Park. And I think Clearbrook was expecting a flag. I think that's why Shelton got rid of it so quickly. And even Richardson was kind of signaling that they were expecting a flag, but no penalty on the play, and that brings up 4th down, and the punting unit comes out.
I tell you what, Smith just he's already had one decent return, but he's drew a big return. I'm talking about like a touchdown return.
He did have one called back, I believe, in that was the LaPorte game. Got called back due to a penalty. Timeout taken here by Deer Park with 4:51 to go in the 3rd.
Of course, the fact that with Hayden Smith, it's anytime he gets on the field, he's subject to run one back for you. So that's why he's back there.
Had his first big play of the night earlier this quarter, a big 53-yard reception to him that set up the go-ahead Deer Park touchdown.
Ground under turning body weight power planning safety. We've covered hundreds of millions of people. Our way to the final range. Your part prepared you for the challenges I face today. If you need help, I'm prepared to fight for you.
Saw the training staff there for Deer Park a few moments ago. This week they won the Dave Campbell Training Staff Superstar Award.
Wow, what an honor.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Hayden Smith awaiting the punt. He's going to field it at his own 22. And once again, just trying to look for that return. Nothing doing. It's Josh Akinola there for Clearbrook to bring Hayden Smith down right at the point of the catch. So Deer Park, they've already put 14 points on the board here in this quarter, looking to add to that. 4:50 left in the third. McAdams puts King Phillips in motion, fakes the give to him, and McAdams once again is off and running, picking up a first down and more. Up ahead to the 38-yard line, gain of 17. Second long run we've seen from the sophomore quarterback.
McAdams saying, look, I don't need to throw it, I can run it, watch.
And McAdams trying to push the pace a little bit. Wide receiver to each side. McBride, the one in motion right there, and a little bit of miscommunication, but the handoff goes to Canales. Miscommunication doesn't matter as he's rumbling down inside the 40, down to the 35.
Canales says, just give me the ball and get out the way.
Do have a flag thrown near the Brook 47 along the far side. You see just near King Phillips on your screen there.
Tell you what I like right there, and you saw it on the big screen, the fact that whatever the miscommunication was, Canales comes back to his quarterback. They have a little conversation about it. They say, look, let's figure this out. Here's what I'm thinking. What were you thinking? Okay, we'll fix that.
So the penalty going to negate a lot of that run by Canales. Three wideouts here on first down and 5. On to the bottom of your screen, you have Hayden Smith split out wide. Next to him, King Phillips there in the middle. And Josh Mendoza in the slot next to him. Gregory on at running back. Park does have the numbers to the bottom of your screen on first and 5, but the handoff going to go to Gregory. Finds a little bit of a crease, takes a big shot, bounces off of it, and they're going to give him forward progress up to about the 48-yard line. Deer Park fans and coaches wanted a late hit.
Yeah, there was clearly a whistle blown, and then a hit was made afterwards.
Gregory going to pick up enough to move the chains. He just kind of pinballed off that first hit.
Yeah, he did.
Good runs tonight by the junior. He'll stay on first and 10. Ball at the Deer 48. Sitting Hayden Smith in motion. Hand it to him. Hayden Smith off and running, looking for some blocks downfield. Patiently waiting, picking up another Deer Park first down along the far sideline.
See what, the one that helped make that play was Gregory, laying the block off, coming off the end. He makes a good block out there on the edge that allows Smith the room that he needed to run.
And the Deer Park first down at the Wolverines 43. Clock stops at 3:40 left in the third. Phillips in motion. But the handoff going to go to Gregory. Straight ahead, lowers his shoulder, trying to get up to full speed in a hurry. And actually, I think that will be 1st and 10. It was marked shy of the first down after that jet sweep to Heath Smith. But Gregory picking up the first down there. And Canales rested and back out on the field. That's not what you want to see if you're a Wolverine defender, as he's off and running again. Tripped up just barely, but he takes it inside the 30 as Jalen Owens, the one able to just trip up Canales.
Brings up 2nd down and 2.
An 8-yard pickup on 1st down. Park making some substitutions along the offensive line. Both tight ends shifting from the left to the right. 2nd down and short. Hand it off. Back to Canales. And just holding on to the shoelaces was Williams. Going to be just shy of the 1st down, it looks like. And Deer Park going to go heavy. They're going to bring in Mascarenas. We've seen him as kind of the offset back in the backfield, kind of leading the way. See if they go back to it here on 3rd and 1.
Kind of running that old fullback position.
Yeah, the old dying fullback position. You don't see a whole lot of anymore. Handoff along the left side goes Canales. He'll pick up another Deer Park 1st down. Brought down by Garcia, but taking it down inside the 25-yard line for another Deer Park 1st down.
But it worked, didn't it?
Sure did. 2 tight ends along that left side as well, helping pave the way. First down and 10. Handoff going to go to Mendoza, looking for a lead block, trying to beat one man in open space, and he'll try it out of bounds.
There's the flag.
Inside the 15 as flags come flying as Williams shoved Mendoza as he was well out of bounds. And Deer Park going to be set up with even better field position.
Yeah, this is going to be starting right there. It's going to put them almost the goal line, isn't it?
Just about. You saw Mendoza step out of bounds and shoved well out of bounds by Williams there.
There you have it. Late hit out of bounds, 15-yard penalty, half the distance. First to go for Deer Park.
McAdams, stretch play for Gregory. Trying to turn the corner, nothing doing. Garcia there. He's going to be flagged for the horse collar, you got to think.
I think the referee's trying to find his flag. I think he lost it. And he I don't know. He may have thrown the box for that microphone he's been using all night. He needed something to throw.
Is that why it's not working?
That's probably why it's not working.
So back-to-back personal foul penalties going against Clearbrook here. As Garcia, with the angle he took, wasn't able to square up Gregory and was just trying to grab hold of anything he could.
Personal foul. Force call on the defense.
The referee getting the call. Deer Park, though, already wanting to snap this ball. 1st and goal at the 4. 2 backs in the backfield. Canales to McAdams' left. Mascarenas to his right. And Deer Park with a 1st and goal. Now they'll shift. Heavy to the left side, but they'll go play action. McAdams looking towards the end zone, has a man wide open, touchdown! Drew Gano, the senior tight end, extends this Deer Park lead, and Deer Park cruising here in the third.
Man, Gano just went back there in the end zone, set up camp, built the fire, cooked lunch. I mean, he just took his time. There was nobody around him, and he was just like, hey, I'm over here. Throw me the football.
Wide open, and McAdams with his second touchdown throw of the quarter. Extra point by Anton, up and good. Deer Park, they add 21 points here in this third quarter and starting to pull away from Clearbrook. 1:13 left here in the third. Deer Park goes 11 plays, 79 yards. And they take 3:37 off the clock on Gano's first touchdown catch of the year. Here you see, he's just going to drag all the way across the field. Nobody picked him up, wide open.
I mean, there was nobody back there.
And he and his fellow tight end McBride with the celebration. Deer Park able to take advantage of a couple of personal foul penalties by Clearbrook. Cap that one off with a touchdown. So McAdams, 4 of 11, 2 touchdowns tonight, 85 yards. Hayden Smith with 2 catches going for 70 of those 85. Kickoff is away. Owens from his own 16. Trying to go to the far side of the field, nothing doing. Ball's loose.
Ball's loose.
And Deer Park picks it up. Salazar to the end zone. Touchdown.
I think they're going to call it. The line judges are saying, no, he was down.
Clearbrook catches a break there.
Yeah, they did.
Senior linebacker Salazar with the scoop and score. That was not to be.
Yeah, I think they're going to say that his knee was down.
That would have been the second turnover on the kickoff return team.
Here we go. Ooh.
It's close. Couldn't tell if that right forearm had hit the ground.
Probably,
He was first going down.
probably a good thing for Clear, but we don't have instant replay in high school football.
1st and 10 for the Wolverines. They're in danger mode here, down 21. Shelton, little reverse, going to fake the reverse, and nothing doing. Ortegon blows that play up for a loss. Jaden Price on the carry, looked like he was getting ready to toss that one around for a little misdirection reverse. Ortegon sniffed that one out, about a 6-yard loss on the plays. We're under a minute to go in the third.
Loss of 7 brings up 2nd down and 17 for Clearbrook.
Ball marked back at the 13-yard line. Shelton taking the snap, trying to set up a screen. Pass is complete to Richardson. Michael Lewis actually on the reception, takes it up ahead. Just a 2-yard pickup as Batista was there to meet him.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, Batista was there, but again, I'm going to say it. You'll watch it right here. You'll see him. Right here, he'll start to slip. And see, he just slipped and went down. Batista was there. And that's going to end the third quarter.
Final play of the third quarter, and we head to the final 12 minutes. Deer Park, a dominant third. Outscore the Wolverines 21-0. We head to the final 12 minutes. Deer Park with a 21-point advantage, up 35-14. You're watching Deer Park football on the Deer Network. Back after this. Final 12 minutes here from Abshire Stadium. Mason Pratt here alongside Tim Culp. Final non-district game for Deer Park, looking to improve to 4-0 on the year. Take it on Clearbrook with a 35-14 lead as we start this fourth quarter. Shelton fakes the snap, and he's just going to be dropped. And couldn't tell if he just slipped or went down due to the pressure. Deer Park defense was bearing down. Either way, Wolverines go backwards on that drive, and they're going to have to punt it away. That's going to give Deer Park great field position here. And just going to the ground goes Shelton. Okanola in on the pressure there. He's been impressive so far tonight as the sophomore. I believe his first game on the varsity level, if I recall. A couple of good pressures tonight. Deer Park coaches throwing their hands up. Play clock is and has been at 0 for quite a while.
Just kind of sitting there and just, hello, fellas. There's a clock at this game.
Hayden Smith standing at the Wolverines 42. And they're going to mark off 5.
Don't step backwards. I mean, his heels are on the back side of the goal line.
Deer Park, if they brought pressure here, good chance of
high snap could be trouble, couldn't it?
Getting to it, and that allows Smith as well for Deer Park to move ahead up about to the 35. High short kick. Hayden Smith running up on it. Takes a big hit, muffed it.
Yeah.
Flag comes in.
Flags everywhere.
Hayden Smith, we haven't seen him go for a fair catch all night tonight. That's the risky run. Hayden Smith down on the ground, taking the big hit. You see the thumbs up from like Coach Davidson there, maybe just had the breath knocked out of him a little bit.
Best thing about it is you can see a big old smile on his face right now, so it probably just shook him up just a little bit. He's good to go, though.
So the kick catch interference going to mark this ball on the 15-yard line. Number 83, Bryce May, taking the spot of Hayden Smith. He's split out to the top of your screen. Canales in at running back. McAdams sending Phillips in motion. Hand it off to Canales. Makes his cut near the middle of the field. Stays on his feet and taking white jerseys with him down to the 5-yard line. Fighting through the tackle of Williams.
He is just running with so much confidence. Watch this. Contact, keeps moving, keeps moving. More guys come on and try to tackle him. He just keeps those legs churning. Says, let's go.
Williams along for the ride there. First and goal at the 5. Once again, Phillips in motion. Halfback draw going to Canales. Met right near the line of scrimmage. And no gain on the play as he was met right at the line by Khan, the defensive end for the Wolverines. Deer Park trailed in this one in the first quarter. Found themselves down 7-0, then 14-7. Tied it up late in the first half. And it has been all Deer Park here in this second half. Looking to add to it. McAdams, second down and goal. Once again, on the ground for Canales. Takes a big hit and then still getting a push from his offensive line. Down to the 1.
Man, did you see him squat down, then come back and explode forward and move that pile?
Yeah, the way he was hit right at the line of scrimmage, thought that was going nowhere. But give credit to 78 Mark Gonzalez as well, who was in there giving him a little bit of a push.
Yeah.
3rd and goal. McAdams going towards the end zone. Picked off in the end zone. Deer Park was expecting a flag. Checking the field for one.
Uh-oh. And there is not one. But there's a lot of conversation going on. Up there it is. They've given the signal.
Brook signaling for it. Touchback from the officials. And McAdams thought he had himself a free play as he was just throwing that one up towards the end zone.
Yeah, I don't know where the miscommunication came from or what made him think that. I'm just not for sure.
Going for King Phillips on the far side, and oh my.
Maybe he thought he was offside, but
I mean, from that angle, certainly we're at a little bit of an angle with that camera view, but my gosh, that certainly looked like he was in the neutral zone. Interception, second one thrown by McAdams tonight. Tough luck interception. Deer Park defense back out on the field. Hand it off, going to Richardson on first down. Just a 1-yard gain. Sakari Zales for Deer Park, leading the charge defensively. And new quarterback in, Kingston Kramer, the sophomore. He's kind of split duties with Shelton a lot throughout the course of these first 3 games. And the sophomore getting his first snaps here in this one. Under 9 minutes to go, Deer Park with a 21-point advantage. Kramer takes the snap, looking to throw. Throws right, that ball nearly picked off.
Yeah.
Chavez, the sophomore, nearly undercut that one, and if he would have had that catch, he'd be in the end zone right now.
Yeah, he would, and he knows it too.
Good break on the ball there by the sophomore. 3rd down.
Ooh, so close.
Nearly fought that ball away. 3rd down and 8. Kramer handed off to Richardson along the left side. Up ahead into the second level. Needed to get to the 30. Looks like they're going to mark him right near the first down marker.
Yeah, they're getting the green light there to move the sticks.
New set of downs. Kramer now looking left, rolling the pocket, finds some running room. He'll take it himself. Kramer quickly picks up about another 10. Back-to-back first downs for the Wolverines. They're in hurry-up mode as they trail by 21. Clock stops with 8:05 to go as they reset the chains. Back on the ground for Richardson, but nothing doing. Webb meets him in the backfield and drops him for a loss.
That's a great play by Webb.
Slice it in there.
Just after the handoff, able to get in there, meet him in the backfield, says, nope, you're not going anywhere.
Second and 11. Well, the Wolverines 39. Gonzalez in motion. Kramer once again going to throw, moves the pocket, going deep downfield, looking, and that ball is caught inside the 20-yard line before being tripped up. Lewis, once again, another huge play. He has been the focal point of this Wolverines offense tonight.
Yes, if we just over the top of our defender, thinking we're going to be able to knock it down. Made the play on the ball, but just didn't make the play.
huge night tonight for Lewis. Got the scoring start on a little double pass. Back on the ground for Richardson. Nothing doing. 4 maroon jerseys meet him. Luke Webb, along with Dilly, Gustav. Probably second and goal from the 8. Hand it off. Back to Richardson along the right side, trying to stiff arm a defender. Nothing doing. He's taken down. Esteban Morales this time along the defensive line. And this defensive line, almost no matter who they have in there, starting to make some plays.
Yeah, they're all playing lights out right now.
You saw Luke Webb was in the backfield as well. Just got by, did Richardson, but right in the waiting arms of Morales. 3rd down and goal. Kramer now under pressure. Going to take it himself. Wrapped up and taken down. Carizales for Deer Park coming in from that linebacker spot.
Carizales makes a stop for Deer Park. Brings up 4th down.
And Clearbrook keeping the offense on the field, down by 21. Clock continues to run, inside of 5.5 to go. Kramer with Richardson in the backfield, looking left, loads up, goes towards the end zone. Jump ball is deflected away. Good coverage downfield by Sanders to knock that ball away. One-on-one coverage, and Deer Park takes over.
Yeah, great job by Sanders right there. You know, a little pushing and shoving on both sides. Referees let it play out and able to knock that away and go incomplete. And now Deer Park's going to be able to get the ball back with 5:04 to go in the ball game.
Deer Park defense able to hold after giving up the big play through the air. Able to keep Wolverines out of the end zone ultimately. And now Deer Park can have this offense go back to work. Melt away some more of this 4th quarter clock. Going to be a heavy dose of Canales as he finds some room along the left side, and look at him just continue to pound this Wolverines defense before finally being brought down by Jalen Price. And just nobody wanting to tackle Canales. Takes it up ahead to the 22. 1st and 10. Canales gets a well-deserved breather. Handed off to Gregory on 1st down. Hit and dropped. About a 5-yard pickup. Jalen Price once again in on the tackle for the Wolverines.
Yeah, now right now for Deer Park, it's just clock management. You got the 21-point lead. Just manage these downs, get those 1st downs when you need them, and run this thing out and get the win.
And Mascarenas comes on as Gregory and Canales both getting a little bit of a breather. 2nd down and 5. Mascarenas gets the call, takes a big shot right near the line of scrimmage. Baldwin along with Javion Johnson for Clearbrook combining to make the stop. No gain on the play for Deer Park. Third down and 5. Gregory in at running back. You got 2 wideouts. Top of your screen. Trey Martinez in the slot with Hayden Smith next to him. And Bryce May split out to the bottom. Little misdirection. Handoff goes to Gregory, who's wrapped up right at the point of attack. And dropped for no gain on the play there.
Yeah, I think he's actually going to end up losing a couple of yards.
Con along the defensive line for Clearbrook. Getting to Gregory there. Timeout taken is, Deer Park going to lose a couple. And Coach Flynn going to take his first timeout of this second half.
Well, with 2:53 to go in the ball game, much different ball game in the second half, that's for sure. Again, I go back to the fact that just McAdams came out with a completely different attitude, played with a lot more confidence in the second half. I think it was a great job by the coaching staff to get some calls in there early for him to complete a couple of pass plays, as they were really big pass plays, to be honest with you. And it just kind of set the tone, then allowed him to use his legs to run the ball 2 or 3 times. And so he really settled in the second half and has done an outstanding job.
Yeah, he seemed to play with a lot more poise. Deer Park with over 400 yards of offense tonight. Canales over 200 yards on the ground on 30 carries. And a couple of touchdowns. Gregory with 42 on the ground. McAdams 4 carries for 27. Deer Park set to punt this one away. Clearbrook getting away from this one. And with 2:46 left, they'll have a chance to try and chip away at this 21-point deficit. Bringing on some second unit guys for this final stretch. Deer Park looks like they are going to improve to 4-0. And they will open up district play next Thursday over at Veterans Memorial when they take on Dobie. First down and 10. Kramer taking the snap, handoff on first down. Big hit put on by Nick Henderson, the junior linebacker for Deer Park. Put the stop on Xavier McGee, the senior running back there for Clearbrook, as we're under 2.5 to go.
We talked about the improvement for the second half of the offense. What a great job by the defense, just staying with it, not letting any points be scored by Clearbrook in this second half. Just continuing to do their job.
Second down and 8. Kramer on the option play, takes it himself, trying to stretch out for the first down. They'll be shy of the first down marker.
They've been a couple of times. They kind of got into a situation, but they were able to, as I like to say a lot of times, bow their neck, keep them out of the end zone, and paid off for them. They've done a really good job. Again, the defense has just played really well tonight for the most part.
Yeah, had some big plays given up in the first half. Obviously, the trick play that went for the game's first score. And then on that 4th and 19, pass completion to Michael Lewis. 3rd down and 3 here. Trying to get a push up front. Not a whole lot there. Matthew Gerard, number 97 for Deer Park, coming up off the pile there. Going to be about a half yard shy of picking up that first down. Clock will continue to run. Clearbrook with all 3 timeouts. Don't think Coach Sanders will be using them here. Richardson checking back in at running back. Takes the call up ahead along the left side. Picks up the first down. That was actually McGee again, number 28. Game clock stops with 46 as they reset the chains, but Deer Park in the most hard-fought win of the year, no doubt. Trailed for the first time this season in the first half.
Yeah, and then when your quarterback goes out, you get a little nervous then, and you're saying, well, what are we going to do? But they pulled it together.
Kramer takes a deep drop, going to go downfield. Pass incomplete.
Ooh, they're going to draw pass interference.
Looks like we're going to get a penalty here. As pass looking for Jaden Price.
Well, you got trailing in the ball game. Didn't lose their composure, though. They stayed with it, kept fighting, got themselves back in the game going into half. Tied at 14. Had a couple opportunities, tried to field goal, field couple field goals, missed, fell a little short, but those were long field goals.
Yeah. A strong start to the second half. As we're going to get the penalty here, but Deer Park, they came out, got the touchdown to go ahead, and then immediately on the ensuing drive get the interception by Gustav, convert that into points. Kramer under pressure, now going to reverse field, trying to make something happen. Now going to take it himself and just fight for what he can, and another flag comes in right at the end of this one.
That's probably going to be a late hit if I had to guess.
And with just 8 seconds to go.
Donovan Jackson on the tackle for Deer Park. Flag on the play.
Just going to talk about it. Donovan Jackson.
You got to think of your coach Flynn. I think you got to be proud of your guys again. The way they came back just consistently, and just a totally different ball game in the second half.
Yeah, what a third quarter they put together. McAdams, like we talked about, much more poised, looked much more confident throwing the ball. Officials
okay,
still
fellas, this is
talking about it here.
We got 8 seconds left to go. Let's go. I think they're trying to figure out where they want to go eat dinner. That's
well, they keep talking about it. Everything's going to be closed.
Personal foul. Targeting.
Targeting.
15. After this goal and disqualification.
A targeting penalty going against Deer Park. Coach Flynn.
Not happy.
Say the least. Now 8 seconds to go, 1st and 10. Officials still trying to figure out where to spot this ball. Is it paid by per game basis or is it hourly?
At this point, I'm thinking it's hourly. And it might be by the minute at the rate we're going, or the second. We only got 8 of them left, so.
1st and 10. A couple of more ticks left to go. Kramer looking left, goes towards the end zone. It's going to be fought for, bobbled, and incomplete. And the clock hit 0. And Deer Park behind a strong third quarter. Pull away from Clearbrook in the second half. They scored the final 21 points of this one. And they improved to 4-0 as they knock off Clearbrook tonight, 35-14.
Yeah, they had to kind of do it the hard way. Again, they had to come back after being down in the first half, had to fight their way back. At least they got themselves tied, knowing that they were going to have that second half kickoff. And they got it. They did exactly what they needed to do. They went down the field. They scored. Then, as you pointed out, defense steps up, gets the interception. Then it turns it back over. Deer Park goes back and scores off of the interception. So just a great second half for Deer Park.
There you see the 4th and 19 conversion for the touchdown to Lewis that gave the Wolverines a 14-7 lead. Late in the first half, though, Canales punches it in. Deer Park was able to tie it up late in the second half, and they had a chance right here to go ahead with just a few seconds left when they recover this loose ball. Field goal unit, though, field goal attempts ultimately came up short, but then came out in the second half. The big 53-yard play to Hayden Smith here. McAdams keeping his eyes downfield and finding his receiver. Big play by Hayden Smith. Sent up the Deer Park go-ahead touchdown. And then what a well-thrown ball by the sophomore here. Past the coverage and into the arms of Hayden Smith. That broke the tie. Some more almost problems for Clearbrook there on the kickoff return. And then handing it off to Richardson. But Deer Park powers behind another touchdown run by Canales. He finishes with 2 touchdowns on the ground, over 200 yards on the ground as well. And then the second touchdown throw for McAdams found Gano wide open in the back of the end zone. Everything was clicking in that third quarter.
Well, you just mentioned that 200 yards by Canales. The fact was, those were hard-earned yards for him at a time when we needed him to. We couldn't get our offense really clicking at that point. All you could do was lean on Canales. He did his job, let everything kind of settle back in. Again, it allowed McAdams to kind of catch his composure. And then again, what a great finish for Deer Park here. Going 4-0 for this season and getting ready to head into district play next week.
Deer Park finishes with 416 yards of offense, 330 of those coming on the ground. They outgained. Wolverines finished with 254 yards of total offense, 120 on the ground, 133 through the air. And McAdams finishes the night 4 of 12, a couple of touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Of course, he threw a pick on his first pass attempt that really set up another touchdown for Clearbrook in that first half. But Canales, 30 carries tonight. He was the workhorse, 201 yard and 2 touchdowns. And then Gregory, 11 carries for 42. McAdams doing some damage on the ground as well, 4 carries for 27. Josh Mendoza touched the ball 3 times, went for 27 yards. Reed Millette, 6 carries for 25 and a touchdown. Hayden Smith with a carry for 9 yards. And Mascarenas, 1 carry for 0 yards. And then you look around at the rest of the district. Dobie taking on Lamar. Longhorns fall to them 35-7. That is who Deer Park has next Thursday. And then Pasadena Memorial 42-12. They fall to Clear Creek. And then Channelview, they lose 35-21 to Clear Lake. And then we mentioned Pasadena and Sam Rayburn both playing tomorrow. And then South Houston won yesterday 35-21 over Houston Westside. So the Longhorns going to be the opponent next Thursday. We'll be on the road, have the audio broadcast for you if you can't make it. And we hope to see you back here in a couple of weeks when Deer Park will be back here at Abshire Stadium. But for Tim Culp and everyone here at the Deer Network, I'm Mason Brandt signing off. Deer Park improves to 4-0 as they knock off Clearbrook tonight. 35-14 the final score. Deer Park takes it. Good night.